Good afternoon, everyone. Today we'll be dealing with articles. Finally, we have come across the parts of speech session. We haven't seen the rules and regulations parts and all, but we have completed parts of speech, right? So today we'll be dealing with articles. All right, what are articles and how to use them, where to use them, and what kind of article to be used, and then what is the necessity of an article and everything. Everything about articles. Today we'll be discussing here in this. So once again, I welcome you all for this wonderful session. Jai Hind, Jyoti Yadav. Jai Hind, Jyoti. Jai Hind again. All right. So yeah, today we're going to discuss what are articles. English language has two types of articles, right? Types. They are definite article, definite, right? And then I have told you already articles. Okay, in English language, we have two types of articles, right? One is my definite article, definite. Okay, indefinite article, we have the article called the. The is one and only definite article. Whereas in indefinite articles, I have two articles, which are a or an, right? So in English language, how many types of articles we have? We have two types of articles, which is definite article, definite. And if I ask you how many articles are there in English language, I would say that there are three types of articles are there, which are one is my the, second one is third one. So today we are going to discuss what are the uses of these articles, right? So where to use the, where to use a, or where to use an. And there is also a fourth one. There is no article. Also important. Okay? Not in every case we'll be using an article, right? Since we have three articles, we can't just employ all these three articles in a sentence, right? So also we have to avoid some articles at some duration or at some point, all right? So I've told you already, articles, there are two types of articles, the definite article and indefinite. This session, we'll be learning what are definite articles and what are indefinite articles. Not only reading what articles are, but also we'll be reading what are the types of articles. After reading it, we'll be also being thorough with where to use the, where to use a, where to use an, and what are the usages point, okay, and where to avoid or omit an article, right? So we'll be discussing this in this class. Let us get this started. Okay, so table of content. First, I'll give you an introduction to articles. I hope I've already given an introduction. All right. Simran Kaur, Jai Hind, sir. Jai Hind, ma'am. Jai Hind all. All right. Jyoti Yadav, the, a, an. All right. Yeah. So today I'll be giving an introduction for articles. All right. And after that, we'll be choosing the right article, where to use an article. Okay. At what place it should be used. Okay. And where I should omit an article. Okay. So that also I'll be dealing here today. And types of articles, as I've discussed, we have two types of articles, which is definite article and indefinite article. So we'll be discussing and examining all these types of articles. And finally, I'll be giving you an activity. Okay, there are two activities. One, I'll solve it for you, and second one, you can solve it by your own. With that being said, we'll start today's topic effectively. Right? Introduction. What are articles? So the words a and the are known as articles. So how many articles are there in English? We have three. They are a, and the. Right? Okay. What are the uses of these articles? There are three articles in English language, which are a, and the. All right. They are placed before nouns. Okay. So they are placed before my nouns. What are nouns? I've told you in many classes that nouns are my naming words. Okay. I can describe nouns in places, people, things, ideas, or concepts. Okay, these are nouns. If I'm naming any place, people, things, ideas, or concepts, then they are called as my nouns. Okay, nouns are my naming words. We have seen earlier classes, right? So where to place an article? Sir, in case if I'm placing an article, then it has to be in front of a noun, okay? Before a noun, I should be placing an article, all right? Not pronoun, conjunction, adverb, adjective, no, okay? Case if I'm planning to place an article, then it has to be only before a noun. And I totally know what is a noun. For example, table. Table is a noun. I can say a table, or I can also use the table. All right. See here, apple. Apple is my noun, right? So I can use an article like an apple, or also I can use the apple. So how to choose an or the, how to choose a or the, and where to omit an article, okay? So these cases we'll be dealing today here, right? Any doubt so far? I don't think there will be any doubt here, because it is very basic and simple as well. So yeah, let us get into the basics of articles. What are articles? It is often difficult to decide whether an English noun needs an article before it, and if so, which article to use, okay? So it is already difficult for me to, like, use an article, okay? I don't know whether to use an article or not. Sir, before a noun, whether I should use an article, I don't know. Even if I know, okay, I have to use an article, I won't know which article to use, because we have 3 articles. So don't worry, at the end of the session, you will be full-fledged with all these articles and other things and all, right? See, the main things to consider when choosing an article are whether or not the noun is countable, okay? Or whether if it is definite, all right? So what do you mean by a countable thing? In the first class, nouns, all right? I've already told you that nouns, we have different types of nouns. How many types of nouns we have? We have proper noun, we have common noun, we have countable noun, we have uncountable noun, we have material noun, concrete noun, abstract noun, compound noun. We have different types of noun, right? So you have to be really familiar with uncountable nouns and countable nouns, okay? These two categories, you have to be very much thorough, okay? You have to decide whether the given noun is countable or uncountable. How will you decide it? If you can count a noun, then it is called as countable, right? For example, pen. Can you count a pen? Yeah, I can count pen. Like, I have one pen in my hand. But can you count milk? No, I cannot count milk, whereas milk can be only measured, all right? In the first class, we have seen already. So you have to be familiar with uncountable nouns, countable nouns, okay? And what about this words are definite, okay? Definite means particular, okay? For example, if I know something about an object, or if I know a particular detail about an object or a thing or a person, then I can say it is definite. If I know nothing about a person or a thing or a place or whatever it is, then I will call it as indefinite. So definite means a particular detail. I know something about that, okay? A particular detail about it. So those things I will call it as definite. And if I don't have any kind of detail about a thing or an entity or whatever it is, then I will call it as indefinite, okay? So in order to learn articles, in order to master articles, first you should have a knowledge what are nouns, okay? After having a knowledge what are nouns, you have to be really familiar with uncountable nouns and countable nouns. After knowing what are uncountable nouns and countable nouns, then you have to go through this thing, definite, how to identify whether the given thing is definite or not. If we have any detail about it, or if we know something about it, then I will call it as a definite thing, okay? Or else, like, if I don't have anything about it, I don't know anything about the thing, or I don't have any particular detail about the thing, then I will call it as a indefinite thing. All right? Exactly. Some specific detail or a particular detail about it. All right? Correct, Jyoti, you're correct. So yeah, countability means that noun can be made plural. For example, see, book is singular, books are plural, okay, 1 plus. So this is called the countability of a noun. If a noun can be counted, then I will call it as a countable noun, all right? Whether a noun is definite or indefinite depends on whether you and your reader or listener both know what you're referring to. What do you mean by this? If you know something about the object what you're referring to, then you can easily identify if it is definite or indefinite, okay? If I know something about the object, then it is definite. If I have no details about the object, if I have very general, okay, I'm not having any about it, then I will call it as my indefinite. All right? So with that being said, we will further dig deep into this class. Okay, I told you there are 2 types of articles, right? One is my indefinite articles and another one is my definite article. So what are these indefinite articles? See the name telling. Indefinite means I have no particular or specific detail. If I don't have any particular or specific detail, I will call it as indefinite. Whereas if I have any particular or specific detail or information, here also you can, I will call it as my definite thing. So English has two articles, okay? I mean two types of articles. One is my indefinite article and another one is definite article. Under indefinite article, we have a, we also have an. The definite article, we have only one article, which is so totally we have three articles. That's it. Okay, these are the types of articles. Now let us try to understand what these types are. Okay, before that, you will always have a question, right? Sir, now you know what are articles. Basic things you have it, right? Yeah. Like what? English language has two types of articles, definite and another one is definite. Definite means the, indefinite means I have a or an. Okay, so you will always have this basic question. How do you know whether you need an article or which article to use? Okay, how will you know whether I should use an article or not? And in case if I'm using an article, what article should be used or which article can be placed? All right, so to clear this question, now we'll be dealing some concepts here, right? So before that, like, go through this table. Okay, this table is going to be the root thing. If you're going to have something about articles, then it has to be this table. All right, let me summarize this table for you here in this slide only. Okay, for example, see, you have a noun. Okay, I told you already, you're going to place an article only before a noun. Okay, noun is the main thing. Now what we have to do is that have to separate this noun into two categories. One is my countable, another one will be my uncountable. Okay, we have classified these nouns into countable nouns and uncountable nouns. And countable nouns can be always, we can call it as either singular, right? Uncountable nouns also we can be categorized in plural. Clear? So countable, singular, uncountable, plural. That's it. Okay. So categorize these two such a way. Now what you have to do, again further you have to draw an arrow mark. Now you have to categorize this into furthermore. Definite or definite. The same thing. Definite, definite. Okay. So for example, now I will take a noun which is book. Okay. Now, how will I know if I have to place an article here or not? Because I told article will be only placed before a noun, right? Now, how am I going to utilize this space? Am I going to add an article or not? Am I going to place the a or an? What am I going to place? Okay. So now we have to categorize this article. Is it singular? Yes, it is singular. Is it countable? Of course, it is countable. So now we have to focus on this area. Okay. Is it definite? Do I have anything about this book? No, I don't have any detail about this book. So it is not my definite. So it is indefinite. Okay. If an article, if a noun is countable or singular, and if it is indefinite, then I can use a or an. So here I cannot use an because an will be used only before vowel sounding words. What are vowels? A, I, O, U. These are all my vowels. Okay, I will use and only before vowel sounding words. All right. So book, it is not sounding a, it is not giving me a vowel sound. So I'll be choosing a book. That's it. All right. So sir, what in case like the book I bought yesterday. Here, book I bought yesterday. Now I have a particular detail about this book. Why? Because I bought this book yesterday, right? So again, see, this is my book, countable, singular, all right, countable or singular. It doesn't have to be always countable and always singular. It can be any of them, okay? So it is countable, all right. My book is countable. Is it indefinite? No, I have a particular detail about it. So it is definite. In case if my noun is definite, and countable or singular, then I will use the. So here I will be using the word word or article the. The book I bought yesterday. All right. Is it clear for you guys? All right. That's it. Okay. Now let me again say it for you. I have book here and my articles can be only placed before a noun, not after a noun, right? So I'm giving two blank spaces here. Book, singular and countable, okay? And it doesn't always have to be singular and countable. It can be either countable or it can be singular. So my book is countable, all right? So now I will be asking the second question. Is it indefinite or definite? Here it is indefinite. Why it is indefinite? Because indefinite means I have no particular detail or specific detail about it. So since I don't have any particular or specific detail about my book, I'm using a as an article. Okay, here also I am giving a blank space before my noun. And book I bought yesterday. Here I have a particular detail about this book because I bought it yesterday. See, I have a detail about it. So it is definite. In case if my noun is countable or singular, and if it is definite, then I'll be using the. Right. So this is how we'll be categorizing this way. Now let us see it for uncountable noun. All right. If it is, see here, this side, countable, singular, definite, definite. Definite means a or an. Definite means the. All right. So this part we are done with countable or single. Now let us move uncountable or plural. Right. Here in this case, what am I going to do? Here, again, two arrows, definite or indefinite. Here, so let me take a book. Let me take something, okay? Milk. This is my noun, milk. And I have to place an article before it. Whether I can place an article or I don't have to place an article. All right? So, see. Okay. So here milk, again there milk, okay. Here I don't have any details, sir. Okay. So first of all, tell me, milk, is it countable? No, milk is uncountable. Okay. You can only measure the milk. Okay. Like 500 ml, 250 ml, 1 liter. You can only measure the milk. You can't count milk. 1 milk, 2 milk, 3 milk. You can't count it. So this is my uncountable noun. All right. So since it is my uncountable noun, my second question, is it definite or indefinite? It is indefinite here because I don't have any particular detail about it. Okay, I just have simply nothing. Okay, I just have simply the word milk. So if it is indefinite, then I won't use any article here. No article. No article did. Here, if my noun is uncountable, plural, and indefinite, then I don't have to use any article. Remember it. Okay. So here, no need to use any article, just milk. No milk, that, this, and all right. But here, see, the same milk, okay, uncountable. Now I'll ask the second question. Is it definite or indefinite? See, milk which I bought. Okay. So I have some detail about this milk. So I know something about this milk. So it is definite. If it is definite means then I have to choose the. So here I'll be using the milk which I bought. All right. So that's it. See again here, uncountable noun or plural noun. If it is definite, the. If it is indefinite, no article. Countable noun or singular noun. Okay. If it is definite, then the. If it is indefinite, then I'll be using a or an. This is what in that table. Now go through the table, you will understand it clearly. All right. So Jyoti is constantly answering. Simran said yes, sir. See, I received dash gift today. Okay, see, Jyoti is asking a question. I received dash gift today. So this statement was given by the student Jyoti. Okay, so gift, is it countable or uncountable? It is uncountable. I mean, it is countable. You can count gifts. How many gifts you got? I got 1 gift, 2 gifts, 3 gifts. Okay, so it is countable. Now, with the help of this one, okay, you only answer me, like, whether you will be using the or an. Okay, so gift is countable. Let me change the color of the pen. Gift is countable. Now, what you will use, whether you will use the or an, please leave it in the comment. All right. See, I received gift today. Is it a gift or the gift? Here, I don't think you guys will do it by yourself. So let me do it for you. Okay. I received gift today. I got a gift. Okay. All right. Do I have any idea or detail about the gift? No details. I just got gift today. What gift? Who gave it to me? Nothing. I just got it. So it is singular, I mean, and countable. All right. And is it definite? No, it is not definite. It is indefinite. So I'll be using a. I received a gift today. I received a gift today. That's it. The answer is a. All right. That's it. Simran indefinite. Yeah. So yeah, we will move on to the next slide. Okay. So this is which has been given here. All right. What about Jyoti? What do you mean by no? Your doubt is not clear. What is your doubt? Okay. Okay. Correct. 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 All right. Fine. That's it. All right. So this is how we will be identifying whether to use a article or not. See, that's it. Very simplified one. First, what you will ask, whether you will choose the noun, whether you will ask the noun, if it is singular or countable. Yes, if it is singular, then you will ask, is it definite or no? Yes, if it is definite means, then I will be using the. No, if it is not definite means, if it is indefinite means, then I will be using a or an. Okay. All right. See, again, if my noun is plural or countable, then what I will do? If it is yes, then I will ask the second question, definite or not definite. If it is definite, then I will use the. And if it is no, my article, I mean, my noun is plural, but not definite. It is indefinite. In such cases, I won't be using any article. That's it. Very simple. Clear? So now you can do n number of questions by yourself. Not a problem at all. All right. So what you will do, just you will do the mind map. That's it. You will take a noun. You are very clear that the noun will be always placed before. Okay, before the noun only. All right. So article will be placed before the noun. So you're going to insert an article before a noun. All right. So what you're going to do now? You're going to take the noun. You're going to ask yourself: is it singular or uncountable? I mean, singular or plural? Is it countable or uncountable? If it is countable, then definite or indefinite. Definite means the. Indefinite means a or an. All right. And again here, if it is plural or uncountable, if it is plural or uncountable, yes, then go for the next question. Definite or indefinite. If it is definite, then use the. And if it is indefinite, then don't use any article. That's it. Very simple. Clear? I hope it is very clear. So let us move to another thing. I bought a book. Okay. I bought a book here. Book is my noun. and I'm using A. Why? See, book is singular and countable. Book is singular and countable. Therefore, it has to have an article, right? Only if it is plural, then I have an option that I can use no article. But if it is singular and countable means, of course, it should have an article. All right. Therefore, it has to have an article. Your reader does not know which book you are referring to. See, you don't know which book you're referring to. Okay. You just simply bought book. I don't know what book it is. Nothing, no information. So since you don't have information, then you will call it as indefinite. I don't have any information. So I have to choose A or an. Since this book, B, okay, book, this letter is not vowel, and also it is not giving me a vowel sound. Okay. What are vowels? A, I, O, U. These 5 letters are called as my, 5 alphabets are called as my vowels. All right. So if you have any this vowel sound, not the letter itself, okay? If you have any vowel sound, then I will use an. So here it is book, book, okay, boo. So it is not giving me any A, E, I, O, U sound. So I'll be using a here, right? So a book. I bought a book, all right? Not the book or anything, right? See, the book I bought is interesting. Now look at here. The is the space here for an article, book. Is it countable? Yes, sir, it is countable. Wait, let me clear it for you. Book is my noun here. Is it countable? Yes, sir, it is countable and singular. All right. Is it definite? Book I bought is interesting. Say, yeah, see, I bought a book and it is interesting. Okay. Definite. Yes, it is definite. Then I will use the. See, the book I bought is interesting. See here. Book is again singular and countable. Therefore, it has to have an article. All right. In this case, we know which book you're referring to. See, the book you bought. So it takes a definite article. That's it. As simple as that. All right. Jyoti Yadav, indefinite, definite. Correct. Jyoti, you're giving the correct answers. Keep on the same spirit. Okay. Your answers are perfectly correct. All right. See. I like the books you gave me. Here again, see the books. Is it countable? Yes. Is it countable? Yes. Is it countable? But is it singular? No, it is not singular. It is plural. Okay. Books here. Okay. And one more thing you have to keep here, singular and countable. If it is countable and singular, okay, then you will use. Here it can be plural or uncountable. Any one. It can be plural or uncountable. But here it has to be both singular and countable. If it is plural means it will go to that section. All right. See, even though this is countable, since it is plural, I'm going to push it that side. All right. The books you gave me here, books is plural. All right. Yes, sir, it is plural. Is it definite or not? I like dash books you gave me. Okay. Now I am having a detail about it. Why? Because I'm already liking it and you gave me. I know who gave me the book. So I have a detail about the book. So it is definite. So I'll be using the. I like the books you gave me. That's it. All right. Jyoti, definite, plural. Correct answer, Jyoti. All right. Okay. Shall we move to the next one? How's the Josh, guys? I believe it is good. Hi. The books. Correct, Jyoti. Yeah. So, yeah. Articles. See, trees are usually green. Now, let us look at this sentence. Trees are usually green. Now, what I have to do? Trees. Plural. Okay. What is the case of plural? If it is plural or uncountable, then two cases. Definite or definite. If it is indefinite, no article. If it is definite, the, right? So my trees here, plural, and it is, okay, fine, plural, are usually green. Trees are usually green means I'm giving a general detail, okay? Here I'm not specifically talking about one tree. Normally I'm telling trees are general, okay? Trees are usually green. Here I'm not specifying about one particular tree. So it is not definite, okay? It is indefinite because I'm talking about a general statement. Trees are usually green, okay? There is no particular or specific detail here. So it is indefinite. Indefinite means there is no need to use an article. See, that is why no article used before trees. So trees are usually green. Okay. No article is needed because you are talking generally and the noun is not definite. Okay, that is, you're not talking about specific trees. Okay, specific trees you're not talking, you're talking generally. That's it. All right. Jyoti, plural or uncountable. All right. General, infinite, definite. Correct, Jyoti. Correct answer. All right. Whereas look at the second one. Trees, again, plural, definite or indefinite. Indefinite, no article. Definite means the table. You have to memorize the table for yourself. All right. Dash trees in the park are green. See here, I'm talking about the trees which are in the park. Okay, specific trees, not general. Trees in the park, a particular trees which are in the park. Now it is not general. So plural and it is not general. It is definite. I'm having a detail about it. So I will use the. See, the trees in the park are green. The article is needed because you have specified which trees you are talking about. Here in the first statement, generally I'm talking trees are usually green. No particular or specific detail. But here, the trees in the park are green. So I'm talking about particular trees which are in the park. So it is definite. And if it is definite, I'm using the. All right. That's it. Definite articles. Okay. What are indefinite articles, sir? So definite articles are very clear. I have only one definite article, which is the. Okay. In case if my noun is countable or uncountable, singular or plural, okay, whatever it is. But if it is definite, I will simply use the, because this side also, like, my singular or countable, definite means the, plural or uncountable, definite means the. So in case whatever it is, if my noun is definite, then I will use the, not a problem at all. But sir, like, in singular or countable, if it is indefinite, I'm using a or an, right? A or an. How to differentiate between a or an, sir? This a, I, o, u, vowel and all you told me, right? So how will I gain clarity about it? Don't worry, now I will be talking about it. So let us have a clarity. If the noun is singular and countable, and this is the first time you have mentioned it, okay? While you're mentioning first time, you won't have any particular detail about it. Then you will usually need a definite article. Okay, see, I bought dash book. I bought dash book. Book is my singular, countable, definite, definite. I bought dash book. See, I do not know which book I bought. I don't know what is the price of the book. I don't know anything about the book. I simply bought a book. Very general, no particular detail. Definite. A or an, I will A. All right, book. I bought a book. There is a bird outside. See, again here, bird is my noun. Singular noun. Definite or indefinite? There is a bird outside. I don't know anything about the bird. Sir, there is a bird outside. I don't know anything about the bird, okay? If it is yellow color or if it is a crow or a peacock or whatever, it is very general. So it is indefinite. See, so that is why I'm using there is a bird outside. And also see, these are all for the first times you are using it. Clear? Measurements and rates also take indefinite articles. See, measurements. What do you mean by measurements? See, for example, or times of a week. Leave times of the week. Measurements means, like, 5 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches. All are your measurements, right? And what about rates? Like, you can also talk about rate, like, rupees or anything like that. See, if the noun starts with a vowel sound, then the article a an is used. All right. So let us leave this one. 3 times a week. Week is a normal thing. A noun. Here we are using. See here. 3 times. 3 times is like, a measurement. Like, we are measuring how many times. Okay. 3 times. So 3 times a week will be used. Okay. Don't get confused or simply anything like that. Week, you can normally use it as a noun. Okay. And if it is countable or uncountable, you can go through the chart and then you get it. Don't need to get confused over here. Again, see here. If the noun start with a vowel sound, many of your school has taught you only vowel. Okay, for example, university, umbrella, apple. Your school will tell if any word is starting with A, E, I, O, U. See, A, E, I, O, U. The schoolings you have learned. any word which is starting with A, E, I, O, U, then you have to use and before it, not A before it. Whereas here, you are going to learn vowel sound, okay? Apple. What is the sound of the apple? Apple. A-H. Apple. So it is a vowel sound. So I'm using an. Umbrella. U-H. Umbrella. A sound is produced. So I'm using an umbrella. Whereas university, though U is a vowel, but look at the sound. University. U is giving me YU or YOU. U. So this is not a vowel sound. U. Okay. So I will be using a university. Okay. So don't worry where to use a or an. We have a separate class for that. Okay. Articles, rules and exceptions and other things and all. In the next class, we'll be discussing about articles, exceptions, where to use a, where to use an, how to identify a consonant sound, how to identify a vowel sound. Okay. In today's class, what was our primary motto? Our primary motto was to learn what are articles, how many types of articles are there, what kind of articles to be used, okay, whether to avoid an article or whether to use an article. Okay, so the chat and everything will be going through today. That's it. All right. A university. Simran Kaur, correct. Jyoti, correct. A university, an umbrella, correct. All right. So in tomorrow, I mean in the next class, like we'll be discussing where to use an, where to use a, and there is something called acronym. Okay, so we'll be discussing acronym, we'll be discussing vowel sounds, we'll be discussing consonant sounds. Okay, and without Hindi help. Okay, without any help of Hindi or your mother tongue, with pure and purely, okay, and soul heartedly, like with English only, we are going to learn how to use an article. All right, I mean an indefinite article, a or an, how to use it. All right, so you don't have to worry anything about it. See, if the noun starts with a consonant sound, sir, vowel sound means any sound which is producing A, E, I, O, U. Okay, these are my vowel sounds. Okay, consonant sound means rest all of the alphabets are called as my consonants. Except these 5 alphabets, rest all of the alphabets are called as my consonant. Okay, then the article A is used. For example, school. School is not giving me vowel sound. So, a school. University. See, again, university here. Uni is pronounced, or the sound is U. See, U, university. So it is not following my A, E, I, O, U sound. So I'm going to give A as a thing because it is giving me a consonant sound. See, consonant sound, right? Jyoti Yadav, okay, sir. Simran Kaur, okay, sir. All right, ma'am. Definite article. Definite articles are very easy. You don't have to worry about anything. If it is singular or countable or plural or uncountable, whatever it is, if it is definite, simply you'll use the. See, I bought a book last week. For the first time, you're using this word book. Okay. So book is singular, uncountable. I bought a book last week. I just bought a book. I don't know anything about the book. Okay. I bought it last week. So I'm using a because it is indefinite. But if I'm repeating about the book, okay, if I'm talking about the book for the second time, see, the book is about trees. Now, see, I know something about this book, okay? I have a detail about this book. What is the detail I have about this book? See, the book is about trees. So, book is singular, countable, and now it is definite because I have a particular detail. So, I'm using the definite article. As simple as that. If you want, you can read it for yourself. See, if your reader or listener understands what you're referring to, then you will usually need a definite article. What do you mean by understands what you're referring to? Understand when you have a particular detail or when you have a specific detail or information, then you will understand. Okay. So if it is definite, then you will be using a definite article. That's it. See, you have just mentioned the book here. You have just mentioned it, but you both know what is the book is about, right? The book is about trees. So you have a particular detail, then you will simply use that the in front of it. See, we went to a wedding yesterday. Wedding, noun, right? Wedding is a noun. Yes, of course, wedding is a noun. And we went to dash wedding. So wedding is a noun. Wedding, is it countable? Yeah, one, 2 weddings are there, 3 weddings are there, 4 weddings are there. All right, or else it is singular. Of course, singular. Wedding, one wedding. So countable. I have attended 3 weddings last night. See, I can say 3 weddings, 4 weddings. So it is countable. Definite or indefinite? Definite. If it is definite means the, indefinite means a or an. That's it. We went to a wedding yesterday. Wedding, okay? I don't have any detail about it. I just went to wedding yesterday. So it is indefinite. So I'm using yesterday. We went to a wedding yesterday. Now, the bride wore a lovely dress. Continuation. The bride wore a lovely dress. What do you mean by bride? The girl which is going to get married is called as bride. The boy which is, the female who is going to get married is called as bride. If it is a male who is going to get married, then we call him as groom. All right. So the bride wore a lovely dress. Why am I using the, sir? See, first of all, bride. Singular, countable. Yeah, of course, singular and countable. Definite. It is definite because I know. See, I went to a wedding and then in that wedding there is a bride. So I have a particular detail. There is a bride in that wedding. Okay. And she was wearing a lovely dress. Leave that first statement also. Leave the wedding and everything. Bride wore a lovely dress. Now I have a detail about the bride. Okay. She is wearing a lovely dress. Who's that bride? That bride with a lovely dress. Now I have a particular detail. So when it is a countable noun and if it is definite, I'll be using the, see, the bride wore a lovely dress. You have not mentioned the bride before, but you both know she is connected to the wedding. Either you can connect it to the wedding and then you can get the particular meaning, or see, the bride wore a lovely dress. So she is wearing a lovely dress. So I have a particular detail about the bride. So I can simply use the. All right. Is it clear? Simran, Jyoti, both. Right? And one more thing you have to, yes, sir, Jyoti. All right, ma'am. Thank you. See, definite articles. Some things are taken to be common knowledge and therefore takes definite article. Whenever you come across decades, currencies, superlatives, ordinals, oceans, and everything, always use the. These things you have to remember. Okay, there is no logical thing to understand. Even if there is some logical thing, just have a practical view over here. See here. Decades, okay? He was born in the 1920s. What do you mean by decades? Every 10 years is one decade you can call, okay? So 10 years is a decade. He was born in the 1920s, okay? So whenever you see a decade, mention the definite article. Currency, dollar, rupees, yen, sial, or euros, okay? Whatever it is. If you see a currency, mention the dollar, okay? Superlatives. What do you mean by superlatives? Like, superlatives means best, the best. Okay, superlatives means best, worst, the worst. Okay, so whenever you see a superlative, please use a definite article. Ordinals. What do you mean by ordinals? Ordinal means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or ordinals. What do you mean by cardinals? Cardinal means position. First, second, third are cardinals. Ordinal means 1, 2, 3. You can easily say 1, 2, 3, call it as ordinals. If you say first, second, third, then it is called as cardinals. Now we are talking about ordinals, not cardinals. All right. Superlatives means best, worst, easiest. Okay. These are all called as my superlatives. We have 3 degrees of comparison. One is the base form, positive degree, and another one is a comparative degree. Third one is your superlative degree. Superlative degree means the last form of your comparison of degree. For example, what I can say, heavy. Heavy is the positive form, the base form, heavy. Heavier is the comparative form. Heaviest is the superlative form. All right. So for superlative forms, always use the, and also for ordinals, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ordinals means first, second, third. Okay. I think I've replaced it. I've mentioned it in a bad way. Sorry. Okay. Ordinal means second, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay. If you're saying first, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 12th, 13th, 14th, okay, then it means that you're talking ordinals. Cardinal means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So we are talking about ordinals means second, third, fourth, fifth. These are all my ordinals. See? Second book, the second book. All right. See, and see, the best. I'm using the because best is my superlative. All right. Again, I'm using serious. Serious is noun. Okay, I'm using the. Why am I using the? Serious is plural. Okay, group of episodes form. Okay, or you can not even serious if it is plural or whatever it is. Okay, but it is definite, right? The second book in the series. Okay, so I'm talking about a particular thing in the series. Also, I'm mentioning overall it is best in the series. So I'm talking about a particular series. So that is why I'm using the, because it is definite. All right. So for decades, for currencies, for superlatives, for ordinals, you will use the. Also for oceans, seas, and rivers, the Nile flows, okay, the Pacific Ocean, the Arabian Sea, the Indian Ocean, okay, the Kaveri, the Krishna, the Godavari, okay. So whenever you're talking about rivers and other things and all, always please make sure that you are using a definite article, all right. Plural or united countries, for example, Maldives. What do you mean by Maldives? Maldives is not one thing. Maldives is like this, right? So Maldives is plural. So always use the Maldives, okay? United Nations, okay, or United States of America. Whenever a country is having the word united, okay, for example, United States and or else United USSR. So always use the before the countries which are plural and united. Adjectives used as noun, okay? Poor, for example, if I'm saying is poor, that this poor is modifying my noun, I mean pronoun. So I will call it as my adjective, because adjective will always modify my noun and pronoun. Since it is modifying my pronoun, I'll call poor as my adjective. But if a adjective is used as a noun, okay, the poor in India are suffering. Here, the poor in India means I'm categorizing a particular section of people as poor. Okay, so automatically the adjective the poor is acting like my noun. So any adjective which is used as noun will always take a definite article. That's it. Okay. Organization. If you're talking about any organization, please use the front of them. The World Health Organization, the United Nations. Okay, so any organization if you're talking, then you have to use the before it. All right. See, scientific categorization. Whenever you're talking about scientific categorization, like zebra belongs to Africa, always use the, right? That's it. Symbol. Merlion. What do you mean by Merlion? If you have gone to Singapore, then you would have seen statue of lion and a corn kind of thing, right? That is Merlion. So whenever you're talking about a symbol, okay, like Ashoka pillar is a symbol, right? So you should always say the Ashoka pillar, the Merlion, all right? The Statue of Liberty, the Statue of Unity, all right? So whenever you see a symbol, please mention the before it. Clear? And last one, unique people, places, or things. See, Prime Minister is a unique person, right? Because there can be only one Prime Minister for a country like India, right? So it is a unique person. So for things, people who are unique, always use the before that. That's it. Okay. So just go through these things. You will get all these PDF for free if you're joining the link in the description. Okay. There is a link in the description, I believe. If you click the link, or else like in the previous videos also, you'll have the link. Just join the group by clicking the link, and after joining, you'll get all the PDFs for free. Right? Utilize it. Just one small activity. See here. I have pet beetle. Okay. Pet. Noun. Killer. Okay. Is it definite? I have pet beetle. See, this is the end of a statement. His name is Kuba is the second statement. But in the first statement, like, pet, I don't have any detail about it. So, definite. So, I have a pet beetle. I'm really craving milk now. Milk. Is it countable? No. Uncountable. Definite. Definite. It's indefinite, no article, definite means the, right? I am really craving dash milk right now. I'm craving milk. Okay. But I don't know what milk. I don't have anything. I'm just telling I need milk. I'm bhook lag rahe, like, I'm craving for milk. I feel like drinking milk, but I don't have any particular detail about the milk. So here I won't use any article. I'm really craving milk right now will be the thing. I made a new friend today. Okay. I could really use the sandwich right now, like that. You can easily, yeah, exactly. You're correct, Simran. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So here also, I could really use sandwich. Let us talk about sandwich. Singular, countable. All right. Definite, definite. I could really use sandwich right now. Sandwich, it is not, I'm not getting any particular detail. It is indefinite. So I could really use a sandwich right now. All right. And how to use the before a sandwich. I could really use a sandwich right now. After eating, the sandwich which I ate was really full or delicious. The sandwich which I ate was really delicious, because I'm mentioning it is delicious, and also I'm telling that I ate that sandwich. Delicious. So the can be used if it is definite. That's it. I've completed one activity myself for you. Here is your another activity. I mean, these are the answers. See here. I have a pet beetle. I'm really craving milk. There is no article. I made a new friend today. I could really use a sandwich right now. Good. For you guys, I have activity 2. Okay. If you want, you can take a screenshot and then you can work on it. Okay. Click a screenshot. Just work on this one. Or else simply join the group. You will get this PPT for free and then complete your activity. All right. So thank you so much for what, I mean, the answer is here. Okay. I'm really sorry. The answer is attached there itself. So you can verify it later. So thank you so much, guys. We have ended this session. But don't worry, we have one more class for articles. This is part 1. We have part 2 classes for article where we'll be deciding where to use a or an. So we'll be dealing with vowel, sounds, and consonant. So exceptions, rules, and other things of articles and all we'll be dealing in the next class. All right. Thank you for your cooperation and patience. Especially thank you, Simran and Jyoti, for your continuous answering and interaction. All right. So I'll see you in the next class. And my name is Ganeeth Kumar. I'll be teaching you English here at SAVDA, Saudi Arabic Defense Academy. So for any further help or anything, please contact the management or you can leave your doubts in the comment. I'll be helping you. And I'm glad that you guys have watched my video till here. Thank you so much. Please do not forget to like and share the video. Okay, that will be really helpful for me. Thank you so much, guys. All right. Simran, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Jai Hind. Jai Hind, ma'am. Jai Hind all. Okay. Bye. See you.